Greetings from two dimensions. My name is Russ Hatfield, and behind my shoulder is Karra, a higher dimensional twin soul and member of Ashtar Command on Space. This is the second editorial from us about a camp that wouldn't be far off from what she experienced growing up on her home planet of Sirius. It's all about a perfect world for those who wish to raise their consciousness, and the funny thing is that the camp we describe in this editorial could be built tomorrow in a jump start to a perfect world. Until such a camp exists, we at least can bring it to life in our imagination to share with you for a week in a place only reached by the mind. For a full transcript of this latest editorial, please go to our main homepage at hadesbase.com. We invite you to subscribe to be kept informed of future postings on our YouTube channel from the members of Ashtar Command. And now, from Karra and I, for the month of February, present Camp OCYC, aka Camp Ofcourseyoucan. In a perfect world, there would be perfect camps, and it would be hard to deny that a perfect world may take a while to arrive. So, in the meantime, we'll break ground on an imaginary camp devoted to the new age where kids and their parents can explore concepts in higher consciousness equally. Being a perfect world would mean parents would be completely at ease with their children learning about psychic skills along with the usual family camping experience. Many a camp is a place to drop off the kids for a week so that the parents can take a vacation without their presence. Not here. This would be an interactive camp where the family learns as a unit and takes away the experience as one. The members of a family travel life after life as a soul group. Thus, it would be only natural that this would be the perfect environment to discover as much about themselves as they do about nature and the abilities of a mind free of limits. There is no pandemic in a perfect world, and the camp would be held without the current restrictions in cabins or tents fitted out for each family. Counselors would be available for the coordination of activities to fulfill the campers' mental, physical, and spiritual requirements both as a family and individuals. The mental and spiritual parts would be taught by instructors fully versed in their various fields of expertise. The physical side would be handled by a team of coaches, trainers, and physical therapists with years of vetted experience. The activities would include sports, hiking, and swimming with a fully equipped gym and spa. The food would be organic, local, and adjusted to any special requirements transmitted at sign-up ahead of time. It's a perfect world, so of course the camp is completely subsidized by the institutions of learning that encourage the mental arts, where it would be free to the families attending. There would be 3 levels of camp based on the years attended and the degree of difficulty of each level, starting with campers showing promise in exploring the powers of the mind. The goal of the camp is to encourage those discovering their mental talents through the help of their family and the members of the Camp OCYC. There would be many other camps and schools with similar training and experiences for anyone wanting to learn in this perfect world as humanity's acceptance of the psychic arts grows yearly. With that, the ground is broken. Let's head for the completed result. Welcome one and all to Camp Ofcourseyoucan, which also happens to be the camp's theme. To those in levels 2 and 3, please head off with your assigned counselors, while those here for the first time, please stick around for orientation. If you do not already have a personal crystal that you brought with you, please choose one of the crystals that feels the best to each of you from the table to your right where they are all spread out. Take your time. We'll continue this orientation once everyone is done. Excellent. Let's get started. Now, if you have followed the exercises sent out in August called Me, Myself, and My Crystal, you are already familiar with what comes next. Close your eyes while taking one hand and holding it over your opposite bare arm and feel the energy field that should be about 2 inches from the flesh. Now, turn to one of your family members and do the same so you feel the energy field they generate. Open your eyes once you feel the field to see how far it extends out from the arm. Now do the same with the crystal by closing your eyes and passing your hand 2 inches over the top to feel the energy field it generates. This is called getting to know the crystal, and learning about energy fields will be a very important part of all levels of the camp. The crystal is yours now, and will be going home with you at the end as it isn't to be returned. Try to build up a connection to the crystal so it can help with additional energy or inspiration when needed. Your counselor will have a full list of activities that will be taking place while you are here, such as classes in art, music, and gardening. You can also explore multiple introductory classes of the various psychic abilities to determine if you have an interest in any of those fields that will be explored further in Level 2. We're very happy to have you with us during your experience and hope this short orientation has been helpful. To those attending Year 2, welcome to your continuing advancement of mental skills that is the focus for those of you who have already been through the first year of the camp. By now, you know the various psychic skills there are, so it is all about increasing your knowledge of those and other ways to grow consciously. Guest speakers skilled in each area will be visiting to give seminars, which will be followed up by 60-minute question and answer sessions. The subjects covered by the speakers this year will be telepathy, astral projection, healing, and manifestation. Our trained staff will also be holding special classes that will be more interactive for those looking to learn new skills. The 5 classes to be held throughout the week will focus on expanding the young and not so young minds of the campers. The first class will be on the use of the Zener ESP cards to help those who would like to explore their clairvoyance and telepathy ability to determine if they have the potential to advance in that training. The second class will be on dream interpretation and lucid dreaming, where the campers in that field will work with a counselor daily in seeing what results can be achieved after each night's practice. The third class will be on the other races that share the galaxy with us. This is a safe space where campers can have their questions answered without fear of ridicule to learn that our galaxy is inhabited by far more than just humans. The next class is on past lives and how the natural progression of reincarnation continues life after life. Just the concept can be daunting to young minds, so we strive to make having an old soul a good thing by hopefully eliminating a fear of death and explaining the chain of connections between lives. Finally, there is a class on moral codes and living life in a higher dimensional mindset. Dimensions higher than the third can be more easily grasped by young people before a set view of what is possible is established later on in life. Seminars and classes like these, plus continued practice with crystals and energy work, lead into the next level of learning for the campers in their third year. The final and most often repeated year of the 3 is when the hands-on instruction takes place. This is where the combined lessons of the first 2 years attended comes together for a week-long intensive to advance in 6 specific fields of study we've chosen for the season. The advanced classes from Year 2 will be available as alternatives to the 6 fields, which gives everyone lots to choose from depending on the reasons for returning. The first presentation will be on past life regressions, where volunteers from those in attendance are taken back to experience prior lives. The technique is simple to learn, and anyone wishing to try a regression themselves can do so under supervised conditions. Our next presentation is on healing, and to help the campers explore that talent, we have a farm attached to the self-growing gardening experience where our various rescue animals get the attention of our veterinary staff. The various animals are willing subjects in the demonstration healing energy classes held when needed. Next is telepathy training, where the campers pair off to try picking simple shapes, colors, and numbers from their partner's mind. As partners rotate between participants, successful connections stay together to improve the number of words they are able to exchange until they can manage more advanced combinations. The fourth presentation is on far-sighting and astral travel. Campers will be offered 5 separate techniques to practice at the start of the week while getting extra instruction as needed leading up to our final night. The fifth field of study will be a channeling presentation with a class given afterwards by the channeler for those who would like to try their hand at connecting to a higher dimensional source through guided meditation. Last will be a presentation of a meta concert held by a group of trained counselors who have already linked together many times previously. They will try merging their minds to flare the fire in the main fireplace the final night into a tall flame to demonstrate to those watching the power of minds combined for a singular purpose. For those wishing to take part in only sending energy can volunteer to act as secondaries to experience the group's mental connection. The next day would see campers from all 3 years saying their goodbyes and heading back home. Another successful year at Camp OCYC. A perfect week at a perfect camp in a perfect world. In love, light, and wisdom is one. Russ and Karra.